gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Monday, the 26th of July, 2021. So, viewers, you know, we always say, share our live stream, go onto our Facebook account, type in Real Talk with Saieed Ali. When our page comes up, like it and share it. If you have already liked our page, please share it as we go live tonight. So viewers, we always encourage you to share our YouTube as well. Subscribe to TT Real Talk. Hit the bell and you would know when we go live. You know, our page keep you informed of events that happen during the course of the day in Trinidad and Tobago. So viewers, like and share our page if you have not done that as yet. You know, this is something we encourage you to do. Share our stream, our live stream. It is important. Share our Facebook account, our YouTube channel. It is important to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and those of you that are living outside of Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to say a special good night to you of the Caribbean and around the globe. So as we start up our program tonight, remember you can call us live at 238-6716 for your views and comments right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So, we're moving on to Petrotrin. State-owned Petrotrin has taken advice to urgently file an action in the High Court to defend itself against A&V Oil and Gas. This, as the company has already spent more than $5.5 million in legal fees in both the arbitration and on the very advice it has so far not accepted. Petrotrin, which sent home all its workers back in 2018 after it went bust and was replaced by Heritage Petroleum, is at risk of having to pay A&V hundreds of millions of dollars after it lost the arbitration against the South-based oil and gas company in what is called the fake oil scandal. Chairman Michael Kwamana recently confirmed that no action has been filed against A&V Oil and Gas and insisted that the company's attorney are still looking into the matter. So viewers, we're going to wait and see. Remember, it's millions of dollars. Millions of dollars they will have to pay. Is that money coming from taxpaying citizens? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. Because Petrotrin was a state asset. And if they have to pay A&V Oil and Gas in what is called the fake oil scandal, well then it seems as tax-paying citizens, their money will have to pay. Because if the state-owned asset lost, which means the state have to pay. And how does the state function? By the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago paying their taxes. So it's your hard-earned dollars that pay the taxes to run Trinidad and Tobago will have to pay now for a lawsuit that the fake oil scandal in Trinidad and Tobago. Just imagine that, eh? Where's the Attorney General, boy? Call her good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I have a situation here, right? The helicopter is owned by the state. Right? The former government bought the helicopter for $100 million plus, right? This government had to continue the payments, but yet they stole the helicopter and tried to get it out of the country or wherever. Shouldn't they be charged with stealing because I state property and I taxpayers who bought that helicopter? It didn't come out of UNC pockets. It came out of the state-owned money. Taxpayers' money, who bought that helicopter. And Rowley, Farasari, and Stuart Young, and all those fellas and everybody who got involved, even Gary Griffiths, all of them has to be charged because they tried to steal the helicopter. That is not theirs. That is the state-owned. And whatever else, what else did they steal during the night to get rid of? What other state-owned property they try to steal and get rid of that we don't know yet? Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So since we're talking about the helicopter, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has advised the UNC against speaking about the Swarovski helicopter that procured while in office between May 2010 and September 2015. So I have something for you all. You all will be surprised. You all will understand why the helicopter left Trinidad. Hold on. He stated that this tied up the government like market crab. So I wonder the closure of Petrotrin didn't tie up the market crab. It tied up Trinidad and Tobago. That is what that did. No. It caused taxpayers millions of dollars to be wasted. Dr. Rowley stated that the opposition would do well to keep quiet on the matter. He added that someone in the UNC made an arrangement with the helicopter that cost millions of dollars in which it could not be utilized.
I will just tell you that the opposition would do well to keep quiet on that matter, because that's one of the albatrosses that we found around our neck. Somebody in the last government made an arrangement with that helicopter that cost millions of dollars for a helicopter which largely could not be utilized. And the contract was such that the government was so tied up, the proverbial market crab would be a laughing stock as compared to that.
Rowley also noted that when the PNM returned to office in September 2015 and saw the arrangement in place for the helicopter, the government could not continue those arrangements for an item which was largely unusable. He added that when the parliament resumed in September, the relevant minister will make a statement on the matter. So viewers, why did they send back the helicopter? Now, according to Dr. Rudal Monilal, the helicopter was in a hangar in our base, I believe it's Komoto. And it was there for 6 years, parked down. 6 years parked down. Why did they move the helicopter? Drop the document, Shane. So viewers, what I got was a document. Was a document from the United States demanding that the helicopter returned by the 22nd of August 2021. Straight up. Let me tell you something. It was demanded. Remember they were in court? According to this document, viewers, according to this document, it was demanded to come back from Trinidad and Tobago to the United States. I feel it's a joke. So when you see them move out, when what was his name again? Crime watch. When Ian, I'm bigging him up tonight for what he did. When he got info from whoever he got it from, and he went and he videotaped it. They were moving the helicopter. Why were they moving the helicopter? Because it was demanded to reach back where it came from by the 22nd of August 2021. So listen this. It going back up to Houston, Texas. Right? Allegedly back up on that side. So if you're sailing something on a boat from here to Canada or from here to the US, how long will it take? How long will it take? I'm asking a question. Remember, the matter was in court. The matter was in court. And according to the document I have, allegedly received, let me safeguard myself, allegedly received, the helicopter had to be back where it came from on the 22nd of August 2021. So that is why they had to move in the dark to move the helicopter, go down Point Lisas, put it on a ship, and sail it back. Because it will take weeks. It will take weeks from the port back up to where it came from. Now let's talk now. So now, before the week done, I will get in touch with Mr. Rudal Munilal again. And we will have a sweet, sweet discussion. That is why, viewers, that is why they shipped the helicopter. You see, so Ian got his call. He got his call. He went down. He waited. He saw it. He exposed it. But why were they shipping it? Because it had to reach back across there before the 22nd of August 2021. That is why. So that is why they choose to move it in the dark, so nobody would know the document that they received. And I will tell you something, I did not get a document in Trinidad. Eh? I did not. I tell her they're connected outside big enough. Shane, just do a little editing with the document where it stated that it had to leave Trinidad and Tobago before the 22nd. We're going to take our time and discuss it. So viewers, that is why they had to move it. That is why they had to move it. Everybody talking helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. Huh? Where the helicopter going? Why they had to move it? That is why. Call her good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Faris Alwari and all them others, they wouldn't come out when something is the truth. But if something is a lie, they bring it out to charge you for mass, COVID, this, that, and the next. Why did they come out and help the people and change up some of the law that they changed and talk about the helicopter? Good night. Bye.
Which is a talk about somebody like, darling, like you realize we'll talk about track record for pushing laws and amendment and getting it passed. Like you missed that. So hear this now. We as taxpayers need to know who in the PNM government made the settlement agreement and what is the settlement agreement. It is alleged, and I say it with alleged, that the government entered into an agreement with Vertical Aviation under a New York U.S. court jurisdiction. A letter from New York court demanded the return of the helicopter. I feel it's a joke. So how much was the settlement made for? This is what I want to know. You could read it, just zoom up on the writing itself. So viewers, How much was the settlement made for? Who made the settlement? Who in the administration made the settlement? Yes, we go pay $100 million. Just saying for you to understand. Caller, good night.
Saeed, good night, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, Saeed, once again, the People's National Movement with all the semantics, understand? They ground the helicopters on them because why? Registration for them need, and that's where they found. They closed petitions, they were unable to get aviation fluid to service them, just like all the boats that come aboard with the Coast Guard. But Saeed, if you can permit me to say something quick, please. I want to say condolences to the family of those 2 young children that died in that fire today in the Marval area side. And once again, I have to say, it's a total shame and disgrace that in this country, with all this oil and all this wealth that this country have had in this country, that fire services, the Chantibago Fire Services, the only capable, how to put it, division that have these so-called equipment to assist in fires and Rising Road. Understand? When in this entire country, we supposed to have, in basically in all the different districts in this country, we supposed to have stated yet fire service and equipment. The fire service has to leave from quite right now to come to a fire in Marval. I'm to Marval, what I'm to Diego Martin, I'm to Carver, to Carnage. Which one do you live inside? Is there any big fire service headquarters in your district? None at all, and all it was going down the drain. You can remember the big fire happened up in Brighton side? When Brighton Warehouse is burning down? You can remember that side? Hello?
Yeah, I can remember that.
You can remember that? And
yeah.
Right road have to leave to go quite up there. So picture this side, a major fire happening somewhere up in the airport side or somewhere. Right road have to leave to go up there. And then for next major fire start somewhere else, where they getting tenders from the dealership? Where they get, I mean, this time I'll put blame on both political parties, because apparently nobody see it fit to implement and put major fire stations throughout the country. The last one, the UNC administration built in Miaro, the PNM left it there, the all kind of thing, and it just had this great sideline to tell you the truth. It'll be shame to know that I'm living in a country and have all this wealth, and yet we still can't get nothing right. Understand? And all that's going in this country, the PNM is just like the shoulder, they blame everybody. It's what they come to tell everybody, UNC should be the last people to talk about the helicopters. The helicopters are brought to deal with national security in the country, to patrol our maritime borders, to do a whole heap of different things. They have the Chantibago Police Service and the fight against crime. But once again, because the UNC bring it, the PNM administration ground them. Thank you again, Saeed.
Thank you, my friend. So you see, viewers, this is why now, this is why it moved in the dark. It moved in the dark, so you wouldn't know if it is there or if it is not there. But the letter come to me. The letter come to me. It was a demand. They didn't ask, you know. It was a demand that the helicopter left Trinidad and Tobago to go back up to the US. And they have to reach there by the 22nd of August. We're in July. Today is the 26th of July. How long will it take? How long will it take to reach up there before the 22nd of August? And that is an order, eh? That is an order. So now we'll go ahead and bump all your gum. Caller, good night.
Saeed, good night.
Go right ahead.
You know that helicopter, Saeed, assembled in Trinidad and Cuba, the heliport, by workers from the company called Sikorsky from Connecticut to New York. Sikorsky is a company that builds the helicopters.
Correct.
And there are workers that come and assemble them.
Correct.
The workers came here, they stayed at the Hyatt Hotel, taken to a heliport daily, and they assembled the helicopter. Why it is they couldn't get somebody to disassemble the helicopter and send it back instead of sending the whole helicopter out of Trinidad for people to see? That's the kind of advice they get in from this country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. I telling all you, I had my information. I had things, but I waited. Because I bust the helicopter, and I bust why they're sending it back. And that's all I have things, but I'm holding, I'm waiting. I want to see what's taking place. I just ain't connected in Trinidad, you know. I just always tell all of that. Before I reach on TV, I'm going to tell you something. I've traveled in many different places. Many different places. To my friend in Grenada, who is representing Trinidad and Tobago as the consulate in Grenada, a special good night to you, my friend, to you and your family. A special good night to you. So viewers, as we get the ball rolling tonight, unvaccinated special branch police officers have been moved from the President's house, or from the President, Paula May Weeks, and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's security detail. So the Prime Minister have no unvaccinated detail. Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith confirmed that the officers attached to the office of the Prime Minister and office of the President had to be moved because they refused to take COVID-19 vaccine. I mean, the people must be scared. They must be scared. What you all not mentioning on a media conference, health media conference, it's circulating in the public domain. It's circulating in the public domain. Griffith did not reveal how many officers had to be swapped and how many had refused to take the vaccine. The officers who refused to take the vaccine were simply transferred to another post, he added. When asked if unvaccinated officers are moved to duties that do not involve interaction with the general public, Griffith did not respond. Let me tell you something. Citizens are running to take the vaccine. Nothing's wrong with you making a choice to take the vaccine. Nothing is wrong with that. I am not forcing my staff to go vaccinate. But I will tell you something. Listen to this. If the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago remove unvaccinated details, security, and the President remove security details, and the business sector is telling us, these citizens, if you're not vaccinated, you can't come to work. I keep asking myself, and I keep asking you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, the business places that ask these staff or workers, if you're not vaccinated, you're not coming to work. Are you the public who are not vaccinated? Now keep in mind, this could be your daughter, this could be your husband, this could be your wife, this could be your grandson. Keep that in mind, eh? And they're telling you, the individual, not to come to work. Are you willing to spend now your unvaccinated labor money in this business place? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
There's a helicopter fiasco. The Prime Minister said when they came into power the first time, they said the helicopter could not use. Why didn't they took decision at that point in time and decide why it was not useful?
Now,
if it
caller,
was not useful, just send it back.
Caller,
why?
Stay on the line. We having a discussion. The Prime Minister said they could not buy fuel for the helicopter back then.
But he said the other night that they realized that was something across the net and it could not be used. Why didn't you send it back? It is, a few years ago, some fishermen drowned in Central here, and they
Orange Valley.
had no helicopter to go and look for them. Isn't this pure vindictiveness? Look at the Cuba hospital. They had refused
to open it. Thank you, caller.
Yes, they had refused, and it took a pandemic to open it. Concerning the vaccine side, 1 minute again. They come out and saying the Sinopharm is 100% effective against the Delta variant, which they say is 10 times more worse than the normal COVID. If the Sinopharm cannot protect people from the normal COVID, when they say it cannot protect you, but it could make you less sick, How on earth would it protect you now from the Delta? What happened with these people? They think anybody is fool, and now they're coming to push that down your throat. There was a ruling by the industrial court which say you cannot alter the terms and conditions of workers. So this government just being vindictive, and the country is in a total mess. Now, what is the difference? What is the difference between a hardware and a supermarket? And the next point I want to raise very quickly with you, Saieed. You know, when according to Hindu custom, when people die, they go to the river. You completely block that. Yet you have people going in droves in Maxi and in supermarket. This government, do they think with their foot, or where do they think? They need to demit office. They are totally incompetent. Thank you, sir.
Now, remember we have one minister say he is what? Size 11? And he just put his foot in the mouth? Remember I showed all of that clip? So viewers, Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali also made it clear that he had also taken the decision not to have unvaccinated officers in his security details. So my question to you, is this non-discrimination against the vaccine and the unvaccinated citizens? So here it is. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parashram believes that it is only a matter of time before TNT gets its first case of the Delta variant. He stated that the variant is already in the Caribbean, and that the same way it entered those shores, it can enter TNT. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali also warned that it is inevitable that the highly infectious Delta variant will reach TNT. Remember when Dayal Singh said, if we do get COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago, it will be a mere numbers. Little to nothing to discuss. Now he has embarrassed himself as the health minister of Trinidad and Tobago by making a statement that he just put his foot in his mouth. And then he told us one set of nonsense about mask. You embarrass yourself. You embarrass the medical fraternity. You embarrass Trinidad and Tobago. But yet we sit down. You think I sitting down? No, I'm not sitting down. I work in day and late in the night to make sure I get the facts. Now he added that we will be fooling ourselves as a population if we believe that TNT will go through the rest of the pandemic without any chance of the Delta virus getting among us. Listen to this.
So far, thankfully, we have not been able to confirm within our population the Delta virus, Delta variant. But it would be unreasonable to expect that as the world is being ravaged by it, and we are part of the mixing world, that we will be able to sterilize ourselves and insulate ourselves from it. It is quite possible that that virus could end up among our population, because the population of Trinidad and Tobago is mixing with the population of the United States in particular and other areas. We'll be fooling ourselves to believe that we will go through the rest of the pandemic without any chance of the Delta virus getting among us. So,
a change of talk. The PM also added that the vaccine will reduce the severity of illness the virus caused, but will not prevent you from being infected by COVID-19.
The population of Trinidad and Tobago is to get vaccinated because the vaccines would provide a benefit. The benefit being it reduces the transmission of the virus among people. It allows people who are infected to respond better and not get sick and require hospitalization, and it virtually eliminates persons getting killed by being infected. It does not mean that you cannot be infected. You're immunized, but the immunity that is given is not one that prevents you from being infected, but it allows you to survive an infection.
Okay, listen this. Listen this. You all heard him said that it will prevent serious illness. Serious illness. Why did you move the security details? If the vaccine is preventing you from getting serious illness, why did you move the security details? Are you causing a stir in Trinidad and Tobago between the vaccine and the unvaccinated? Now, I have a friend who works with a company. She has a friend that works in the same office. Both of them get their double dose. First shot and second shot. Her friend A and friend B. My friend is A and her friend is B. So friend B now got 2 shots. Friend A got 2 shots. Friend B contacted COVID-19 and is tested positive, and she is home in quarantine. Friend A, who also got the shot, tested negative, and is also home on quarantine. So you tell me what part of that makes sense and what part of that doesn't make sense. They test her negative with double dose and you're still in quarantine. That is friend A. Friend B, double shot of COVID-19 vaccine, tested positive after for COVID-19, and you in quarantine also. How come? How come? Call her good night.
Good night, Saeed. Is it Mashup Monday or Cultural Monday?
Mashup Monday.
All right, Mashup. The last time I called it was 1,000. Now we were at 1,039, and we have several characteristics that tell us we're going on the road to 2,000. First one, you see, we Mamu Hines saying you see an increase in the cases. Once you have an increase in cases, there's a lag time of 2 weeks. You're going to get more deaths. You hear the other thing, they're taking them from the front take them. They say it's only a matter of time that the Delta come in here. I know they know it here already, but they don't want to tell us. But they don't want to lies. Because remember when the president come in, they asked him in Parliament, and the table outside, and he said, you don't know, he had to ask the Minister of National Security. And when they buzzed the question in Parliament, he said, yes, was a Venezuelan and illegal.
Correct.
Yeah, all right. The second thing I want to talk about, you see that helicopter? I want to find out who is the lawyers Faris gave briefing to fight that case right to the arbitration. I want to know what PNM lawyers did do that. Because an intelligent person would have told them, if you can't win the case, why you going with it for? You break the people list. You can't win it. You can't win them. And the thing is, he wanted somebody to make money, so we had to find out. The other thing I want to find out, if you don't want to use the helicopter, cut your losses now.
And send it back one time.
Half the money instead of putting the full hog. Oh God, sorry, I don't want to use the word hog. The full cattle. You understand? The other thing I want to talk to, you know when people recovering from COVID, some of them have a long COVID. You know what? Some of the disabilities you get when you have long COVID, your cognitive ability. Know that? I feel the Prime Minister suffering with that, but he also suffering with something else. His motor skills too. Because look at this thing. He mumbling, he grumbling, he dingling. So that tells me something wrong with him there.
Thank you, my friend.
Ability, he doesn't understand what people are asking him, and he can't make a good argument. gathering himself and ranting and raving and being a raging bull. So I think his doctors have to check to see he have long COVID. I go and have a nice night.
Thank you so much for your comments. No, but it's true, from the time you break a lease, that is it, you know, you lost, you know. From the time you break an agreement, you lost. But it packed up. Why packed up? Why packed up? Now, when I get the letter now, when I get the letter and demanding it leave Trinidad and Tobago and go back up, are you surprised? I tell you, I was waiting. I tell you, I was waiting. And I said that now, and I was waiting. Now I show you all it. Now I show you what I was waiting on. It was a demand. Let me safeguard myself, allegedly demand from the court that the helicopter leave Trinidad and Tobago and reach back up by the demand of the court by the 22nd of August 2021. We're getting real talk with Saieed Ali. When? On a mash-up Monday. Well, let's talk now. Caller, good night.
Good evening, Mr. Saieed.
My friend.
Right, let me give you a little statistics about New Zealand.
Talk to me.
Now, New Zealand have a little over 5 million people. That's the population. Since COVID started, they had 2,863 cases. Out of that 2,863 cases, 2,783 have recovered. And you know how much deaths they had? 26. I'm going to repeat that. 26 deaths New Zealand had since COVID came out in their country. But you know what's the difference with how New Zealand dealt with COVID in that country? They were honest to the population. They informed the population. They brought out the best in the medical fraternity to handle the situation and deal with it for the better of their population.
Let me add to your caller. The government of New Zealand, they also took a half pay cut.
Exactly. And the thing about it, they procured the best vaccine for their population. And you ain't had to beg nobody. They're victimizing nobody for the vaccine. People volunteering and taking their vaccine there because they have trust in their government. And the Prime Minister of New Zealand, which is a woman, Jacinda Ardern, just come out and be honest, and she don't be buffing up and want to cost people and humiliate them like this ignorant idiot Rowley that we have as a Prime Minister in this country that lies every single opportunity that he gets. That person is somebody who is a diplomat. They have respect. And the populations in New Zealand respect her and would fight to the last for her and their country. What we are getting here in this country is totally the opposite. That's why the population is so divided. I want to ask Rowley and the president, if when they wasn't vaccinated for the last year and something, did they refuse to go around people who were vaccinated? Did they say that, oh, here, but I am not vaccinated, so you stay away from me and you stay away from me? No. They didn't have a problem. They was accepting everybody around them. But now because they're vaccinated, they now deciding here what? I don't want you next to me. I don't want you next to me. And the thing about it, I don't have no problem with people being vaccinated or not.
Correct. Same thing here. Same thing, I mean.
What I am saying is that you have to have a certain... Now, let me tell you, when COVID now came out into the world gelled together. It brought us together because we said, here what? Humanity have to come and fight this thing. You know, as soon as government and leaders start to take hold of the situation, they start to segregate again and divide the population, just like racism and politics and religion and all these kind of things. And this is exactly what we getting here. Rowley them dividing this country further than we are already divided in this country. And that is so bad. And something have to be done. Wake up and see what's going on in Cuba and things.
Correct.
And then we will learn from that. Have a good night, Mr. Said. Enjoy the rest of it.
Thank you, my friend. A call is being made for the population of Trinidad and Tobago to be vaccinated before the arrival of the Delta variant, which the government says is inevitable. Health officials are warning that there is no guarantee that the highly transmittable variant is not already here in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, we did get a little update on that just now through a caller. Professor of Virology, Dr. Christine Carrington, warned that just because the variant has not yet been detected in Trinidad and Tobago, it is only a matter of time before it arrives.
The Delta variant, which was first detected in India, is one of these variants of concern. To date, we have not detected the Delta variant in Trinidad and Tobago, but given its prevalence around the world in different countries and also its presence in the region, it is really only a matter of time before it gets to Trinidad and Tobago.
So viewers, Dr. Carrington cited a Sri Lankan study which showed that the Chinese-made Sinopharm vaccine held up well against the Delta virus. She stated that the Sinopharm vaccine is expected to be protective against the Delta variant, as there is real-world data to prove this.
Now, moving to the Sinopharm vaccine itself, now clinical trials prior to its approval showed that it is very safe and it provides excellent protection against severe disease, hospitalization, and death. Now, there is already some real-world data suggesting that the Sinopharm vaccine is effective against specific variants, and now recently we have a study from Sri Lanka that adds to this body of evidence.
So viewers, I am not against anybody being vaccinated or unvaccinated, but you cannot force an individual to get their vaccine. You cannot do that. And the way the President of Trinidad and Tobago and the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the road that they are heading down, you all are going against the human rights. You know why I'm saying that? All the time when everybody was around one another, when they had the COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago, and we still do have, nobody never was saying anything about vaccine. Nobody wasn't saying nothing about it. Everybody was dwelling among everybody. Now that you get vaccinated, you don't want this one around you, you don't want that one around you, you don't want that one around you. Why? Because they don't have the vaccine. So are you all pushing a discrimination against the vaccine and the unvaccinated? Our Prime Minister has so much of health issues that even he tells the media about it. Right? You didn't have a problem being among individuals who have COVID-19 or didn't have COVID-19. You didn't have that problem, but now you're vaccinated, so it becomes a problem. What are you pushing? What are you pushing? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
All those cases in Tobago and the deaths in Tobago, is it due to Easter weekend? Because before the Easter weekend, they hardly had anything. And you can't blame the Brazilian variant because that was only isolated in Trinidad. So where did all the cases come from? From the Easter weekend? People had to check on these things because they were in Celestine say they're not harboring anything in the hospital, they're not hiding anything in the hospital because it come from the Easter weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So we have our next issue now that we're dealing with. We deal with the helicopter. We deal with the President and the Prime Minister. Like they want to stir an issue between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. Now hear this. The Minister of Public Utilities has commissioned 33 LED street lights for farmers in Lupino and environs. The project took 3 weeks and cost the government $233,000. Each light is expected to last 11 years. Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez stated that after he was appointed area representative, he received a series of reports from the farmers claiming the lack of lighting in the area. Now, if every representative for the area did like Marvin Gonzalez and attend to the community like he is doing here, things would be better. So we're moving along. He also promised to fix issues of water, irrigation experience during the dry season, and drainage issue. Gonzalez stated that the ministry focus is providing proper lighting in rural communities. However, viewers, it is alleged that the solar powered LED light cost about $20 US or $135 TT. Now, it is alleged that the government is saying to us that they paid $7,060 for one LED bulb. There is something I am waiting on. I am waiting on something for this. That's how I tell you I'm waiting for something from the helicopter. That's why I'm waiting for something from this. And when I get it, we will know how expensive a LED street light bulb is. Now, hold on, have a little patience. We're mashing it up step by step. That is why we call it Mash Up Monday. So we're going into a little crime news now. A 17-year-old from Diego Martin was arrested yesterday during an anti-crime exercise in the Western Division. He was subsequently charged for possession of firearm and ammunition. Hey, I'm bringing something again, you know. I'm bringing something again. Oh, hold on. I love this one when I started to push for it. Officers went to Upper Farm Road, Rich Plain. That's in Diego Martin. The police officers saw the teenager standing behind a patch of banana tree. They allegedly observed him dropping a firearm. As they approached him, he was arrested and a Beretta pistol loaded with 13 rounds of 9mm ammunition was seized. Officers continued inquiries and executed a search warrant at his home. However, a white box containing 10 rounds of 40 caliber ammunition was allegedly found in a concrete brick near the residence. He is expected to appear at the children's court since he is 17 years of age. A 41-year-old prison officer has been detained for allegedly having 829 grams of marijuana. A police release stated that the officers of the Western and Northeastern Divisions searched an apartment in Arang West on Saturday after getting a warrant. Police allegedly found 4 plastic parcels with marijuana. The parcels were hidden in the kitchen ceiling and police arrested the prison officer. Wow. Try it up there, let me see it. Woo. Goods, boy. Goods. So viewers, Real Talk with Saieed Ali is live on Synergy Network, Synergy Television, Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. On a Wednesday, we deal with public concerns, that is the road, the bridges, and the drainage. We would like to know who is the councillors in the area. We would like to know who is the MP in the area. So we could ask, we could relate to them, what's the situation, what's going on, what happened, what's funding, you know, things like these. And we also have our Friday night show, which is our relationship topic, that apart from everything that is going on in Trinidad and Tobago, family and relations with the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the husband, the wife, bring family together, unity. Because why do we go to a religious place on a Friday or a Sunday? Why do we go to praise God? We're united with God, who we cannot see, but we're fighting the one who we could see. This is the reality. But nevertheless, so viewers, I just want to give you a little update on my credit union. Tomorrow, every Tuesday, I have meeting concerning my credit union. Hopefully, we getting the approval soon. It will be up and running in Trinidad and Tobago. Real Talk Credit Union very soon. And we have Real Talk Financial, Real Talk Group of Companies Financial Department. Now, this is where I have my money lending license. I'm licensed to lend money. So, Real Talk Group of Companies Financial Department is a licensed money lender. And I also said to you that you have your money put down in banks. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 100,000. And you're getting nearly 0.00 or 0.01 or something like that. Why not make an investment? Now, hopefully tomorrow night, today I settled on, if you want to make a contribution or you want to make an investment into a Real Talk Group of Companies Financial Department, which we have our license to lend money. Today a couple came by me. They said, Saieed, we want to invest in your company. I said, no problem. They deposited, or they're going to deposit, a 6-figure. They're going to deposit a 6-figure for 12 months on a fixed deposit. And I gave them 5%. 5% on a fixed deposit for 12 months. Now you tell me, who in Trinidad and Tobago, what financial institute is beating back that? So tonight now I'm urging you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. They have all kind of growth investment throughout Trinidad. Why not invest in Real Talk Group of Companies Financial Department, where you could earn something higher than the banks? I told a guy who works in a financial institute, and he's also a representative in the bank, the financial structure in Trinidad and Tobago. I said, I'm going to bid back every single rate that the credit union and the banks have in Trinidad and Tobago. He said, Saieed, you cannot do that. I said, watch me. When I tell him, watch me, he says, Saieed, every time you say, watch me, because you just go and do things and get past, you know. I say, good. I say, watch me do it. So I am telling you tonight, you have your capital put down with no growth, no big interest, mere dust you're getting. Why not invest in Real Talk Group of Companies Financial Department, where we already have our money lending license? We're licensed to lend. Why not make an investment? Why not make an investment and watch it grow? It's me you're talking to, you know. How much time? We out of time or we still have a couple minutes? Invest and watch it grow. When the couple came to me and we sit down and we had our talk, and I tell them, they was like, wow. Now I'm going to tell you something. They may come to me without checking the market. Think I'm foolish? Think I'm foolish? I'm also an accountant. So, you want to see a dollar roll? You want to see a dollar grow up? Real Talk Financial Department. Make an investment and watch your money grow. Watch your money grow. So viewers, you can contact me at 3391670 or my office number at 2386716. Set up an appointment and come and see me. We go sit down and talk. I will show you the do's and the don'ts. And I will show you how you could get your fixed deposit growing. Just imagine you have a fixed deposit in a bank. And it's a moving. You're just getting dust. You're blowing out the dust. Invest it in Real Talk. Financial center. I'd say center, department, same thing for me. It's my company. And watch your dollar roll over. I am telling you that. And let me tell you something. You all know I don't come with no, I don't know if Cockamble story is safe to say on TV. I don't play games. I don't play games. If I tell you I'm doing something, I'm doing it. And thus far, everything I told you all, I am going to do. You all have seen it come to pass. You all have seen it come to pass. So when I tell you we're getting credit union, Real Talk Credit Union, for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to have a better banking sector, believe me, you're getting it. Because I don't have heads of certain department, done talking. By tomorrow, I will have my bylaws, that is the constitution that govern Real Talk Credit Union. Between Tuesday and Wednesday, I will have it in hard copy. I will have it in hard copy. So hopefully before the end of the year, Real Talk Credit Union will be birthed right here in Trinidad and Tobago. But don't wait for that to grow. Call me, 339-167-023-8716. Come in and sit down and talk to me. Come in and sit down and get your money start rolling. So viewers, until we meet again, I am Saeed. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Allahumma suba'ullah zib kabali in zayatur kaba illalla amma shunte bi allama. Why work hard and put down when no growth in what you put down? Al-kabazanatir kaba'ullah. Invest in a sector where you can watch it grow. So until we meet again, good night.